a table full of mags can mean only one thing. We're taking a look at a brand new speed loader, and look at this thing. Let's clean this up. Very nice. And today we're taking a look at the Vanguard Solutions speed loader. The speed loader that is made out of a real ammo can. Here we go. Before we dive deeper into this adventure and check out the Vanguard Solutions speed loader, I do need to let you know that this is a sponsored video with only one restriction. I test the speed loader on video, share my honest opinions, and let them know what I think. Now, the lore of Vanguard doesn't start at the speed loader. The name actually comes from an Airsoft team that was formed 20 years ago. And that group of players had one goal in mind: to make loading your Airsoft mags easier. And thus the Vanguard speed loader was born, a steel ammo case for an exterior shell, and an internal skeleton that houses a laser-cut stainless steel gear that they claim will never wear out. The heart of this brute is a 3-cell LiPo battery, which should give you just enough power and run time to get you through an entire game, if not more. The Vanguard team makes some wild claims like this device will last a lifetime with no extra maintenance needed, and I guess we'll be the judge of that. So as we get into the review, I want to tell you only two things come in the package: the speed loader and a very thin but well-detailed manual. And this was just bubble wrapped in a box, nothing extra, no special box. But I almost feel like that's the way it should be for an ammo can. The armor of this speed loader, like I said, is a steel ammo can all around, and it functions just like one. There's a rotary dial at the top, the display screen right in the center, the discharge, and the charge. There's a handle at the top as well that can be collapsed if needed. And to open this sucker, we pull this lever up, and she opens just like an ammo can. Stored inside the loader is the 2,200 milliamp LiPo battery, which will get plugged into the roof of the speed loader and then velcroed to the top. We also get a few adapters. This one looks to be gas blowback. This one looks to be an AEG. And this one's a unique spout style design. Interesting. The reservoir is massive, and I mean massive, with a steel plate at the base, and you can see that steel gear we spoke about before. Time to feed the speed loader. We got 10,000 0.32 gram BBs, and when you do go ahead and feed your speed loaders, especially electric ones, use high quality BBs. This thing is not designed to be gentle, and it will push BBs with a serious amount of force, so you want to use something that's not just going to break on impact. Let's fill her up. That's nearly an entire can. I'm not going to add any more because I want enough room for the battery and all those other cords to fall into place. Close it on down and latch it. To bring it to life, we press the dial, and the Vanguard logo should pop up on the screen. You can see this is the Vanguard Pro, and we're at half battery life. The first screen you get to is the presets. You can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options and unlock. Those presets are all locked at the moment, and if you want to adjust those presets, all you're going to do is switch down to the unlock screen, press unlock, and then as you can see, you can scroll through all of your presets now, and they're all set to 100. The idea here is if you have preset amounts of BBs you want to load, like let's say your mags hold 30, you can load 30, and then if your friend has mags that load 100, you can load to the preset 2 and hit 100. Maybe your secondary runs at 50 BBs or 40 BBs, you can preset that, and it makes it really simple to dial through these. And you have 5 preset options that you can save on here. Another really cool feature is the options menu, where you can go to settings, extra, info, and then back. At the extra section, there's a couple different things that you can adjust to. And for some reason, if you have some random occasion where you need to pump more BBs than like the standard presets, which is I believe like 999, you can just throw this into 5,000, 10,000 BBs, and it will just pump out all of the BBs from the inside of the reservoir. If we take it back and then go down to info, you could see the total amount of BBs that we've pumped through this thing and the amount of errors that we've had, which is really cool. And then if you go to the settings, you can adjust power output. So The power output is on 80% right now. If you adjust this, this will just adjust the amount of power that's coming from the gears on the inside. So in case you don't want to break your BBs or break your feed libs or break your mags, I'm going to leave it on 80 for now and see how it fares. Chances are it's going to fail to load some mags completely. But if we were to bump this up to 100, I would imagine that the gears will continue to push through failures until it gets too tight. Also, something else you could turn on is the stats. So what that's going to do is it's going to show you how many BBs you've loaded over time or what power it's at while you're loading. You don't have to have that on, but you can. I'm going to keep it off just for now. For some reason your local field is dishonest, you can also set a key code. So when it's in its locked feature, you won't be able to unlock it or load anything if you don't have the correct code. Luckily, my field is pretty comfortable with people not stealing things or doing things they shouldn't. So I'm actually going to leave that. I'm not going to put that on just for sake of speed. Now, if we want to change a preset, we're going to press and hold on one of the preset values until it highlights the amount of BBs, and then we can use the dial to swap through the amount of BBs that we want to load. We're going to go to 30. The dial's nice. It clicks in place, so it's not like super loose. Press once to confirm its preset value is held. If we press and hold it, it will reset the preset value back to 100. Now, the reason I set it to 30 is we're going to start off with a 30-round shot shell for the shotguns. And I also have this adapter I want to throw on. The adapter is really cool because it's going to preserve these guys, and it's also magnetic. So all we're going to do is slide it right over. And then we'll take our 30-round shell. With it highlight over the preset of 30 BBs, we're going to press it once, hold it over, and it'll load 30 BBs. Now, the problem that you notice, right, it didn't fill up the entire thing. And there's a reason. This tube had no BBs in it. So all we're going to do now is empty this guy out on the red side. It'll eject all of our BBs. And then if we restart, now that the BBs are at the top, it'll fully load all 30. Nice and snug. That's so cool. For now, what I'm going to do is keep the capacity at 30 because all of the mags we're going to use to test this now don't go any higher than 30. I'm sorry, any lower than 30. And we'll kind of just make sure that I can load all of these mags. We're going to start off with the KWA M4 mag. Again, loads those no problem. We have the AEG ARP9 mags, and we're going all AEG mags for now. No problems. We have the ASG Evo mags, which are a slightly weirder feed lip. But again, when it comes to AEG mags, I can't imagine you're going to have a problem. These are like the standard for electric speed loaders. They can consistently load AEG mags. The only question that you really have to worry about is how are the springs. So as we get to the higher amount of BB mags, then we'll start considering bumping up those 30 and we'll see if it can handle the spring tension. These are the MP5 mags. This is a Silverback SRS mag. It looks like there's BBs in there. Just go ahead and pop this out. Oh no, it doesn't like that one. Oh, it did. Okay, cool. We'll go again. And it loads those so fast. I don't know if you could see that, but on the left side, it shows you how many BBs it's loading, and on the right side, it shows you how many BBs it's loaded. So it like subtracts them from left to right, which is really cool. I'll try and catch that for you again. Got to find the right angle for these ones. They're kind of a weird feed lip design. These are just a cheap designed M4 mag, and I think what I want to do is see if, let's say we do the preset 100, if it will stop after this is all full. Why don't we do, we'll see if it'll stop after this is all full. Why don't we see? Or if it'll just keep going. Oh, it's preset on 30, sorry. Will it stop due to pressure? Yeah, pressure limit. Okay, so it's got a pressure limit, and it will just stop, which is really cool. So it should just keep going, I believe, until it fills the mag. Loading no problem on those cheap M4 mags. These are like those $8 M4 mags. Not bad. and it just unloads all of them. So that is so convenient. We have I think these are the Lancer Tactical AK mags. You can see it counting down. And then we're loading 100. I think these hold 120. I could be wrong. Don't really know. Just spews them all out. And then the last AEG mag before we get into the fun stuff with the GBB mags is the Specna Arms M4 mag. Loads so smooth and so fast. No grinding from the gears. It's got to have a lot of torque on it. Beautiful. Let's go to gas mags. So go ahead and pop this adapter off. You lose a couple of BBs, which is totally okay. And then we're going to throw on the gas adapter. Believe this should be friendly towards every gas mag. We'll just go ahead and throw this on. And now this is where the fun begins. We have a Novrich Glock mag. And we'll go ahead and throw this in. And we have to hold it this direction because the BBs are coming from the side channel, not in the front. They're going up and around inside of the adapter here. And we'll see if this can't load it. Again, I have it preset to 100. And it built up pressure and stopped. See if I can't get a couple more. There we go. And then it stopped. And it's cool because it tells you the pressure limit was at 16 BBs, so when it stops and how much pressure built up. But it did, in fact, load all of those. And I can't imagine, it looks like we have an outspill valve too. Will those just come out? No way, right? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Oh, okay. It sits in there. I don't think they're going to come out, though. Yeah, no, those aren't going to come out. Next up, we have the Double Eagle D-Mags. We'll throw this guy on. These have a thicker feed lip. I don't know if they're going to sit all the way down in all the way, but we'll see. Oh, we're golden. Okay. And that's a full mag. Loaded 45. We'll go on to the KWA F90. I think these are only 30, so it should stop at 30 BBs. Stop at 24. We got a few more in there. Is that a full mag? It is a full mag. Cool. This is the WellPro PPK20. This one's usually pretty good. It's a banana style mag though. We're loading, we're loading, we're loading. How much more room do we... Oh, no, that's it. It's a full mag. The GNG SMC9 is not a mag that I've had any luck with electric speed loaders, so we'll see if the Vanguard can't handle it. It doesn't really want to sit in all the way. I'm going to try it. Nope. Try one more time. Nope. Okay. The next option is always to pull this up and then try and load it. So we'll see if we can't get it to load that way. That's the way to go. Oh, and it gave us those BBs that came on the inside of it already. But it loaded just fine. Next, we've got the WellPro AK-12 mag. These are spec with the Marui AKs, so this loads, those should load too. Yeah, something with these feed lips, they've always been super smooth, and that's a full mag. The VFC MP7, another banana style mag. Hopefully that can sit in all the way. Oh, that one's easy. Oh, no, it stopped. No. Come on. Okay. I'm going to have to pull the follower. Yep. All you got to do to fix those mags that build up too much spring tension is just pull the follower back, which is great because what happens is instead of this pushing the BBs until like no tomorrow and risking cracking or breaking BBs or feed lips, it'll tell you like, okay, that's a little too much, and then just pull the follower up. And it still can load the feed lips, which is fine. WEM4 mags. No problems at all. And that's a full load. Now, I will say Vanguard does recommend that you load one less BB than your mags hold, just to increase the longevity of your mags, but you know how we do it on this channel. We just push it to the limits. These are the Raptor SR2M mags. You can tell because of this thing on the back. Here we go. These have weird feed lip designs too. They're thick. I never had luck with these ones. No, okay. Let's see if we can't pull the follower back. Got me a little fast with it. All right, okay. We started loading. It can get them in, but the problem is the channel for the BBs is too large. So what happens is they just start falling out the front. You'd have to like get hands over this or something like that. So these might not be the best option, but it can load them. It's just not going to be super clean. These are the Crytek Chris Vector mags. These have had a really easy time loading in the past, so I'm hoping it stays that way. No? What's the problem there? Do I have to like angle it differently? A lot of the time it's just an angle game. Pull that BB out. Okay. No. Okay. That's weird. I would have imagined the Vector would work. Put that aside, try that again later. Got the KWA MP9. The problem with these and a lot of loaders is the feed lips are so thick and fat that they don't fit inside the crevices of like the adapter. But since this has open edges, these might load just fine. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. It's not going to get all the way down there, is it? Oh. Okay. Now, we did stop at 39 BBs. However, the KWA mags have a follower that locks open. So I don't see why we won't be able to just load them like that. Check that out. Take one out, release the follower, and you're good to go. I will say I'm noticing a handful of marks on the BBs, and I imagine that's just from like the inside of the loader kind of wearing in. I'm sure there's like some sort of grease or lubricant in there, or just from like machining in factory, so I would imagine that'll clean off over time. These are Action Army Glock mags. Throw these in. These have fat feed lips. No, no dice. What if I pull this up? Nope. It can't fit inside the angle there. Next we have the GHK M4 mag. Hopefully it's gentle on the feed lips. These feed lips tend to crack pretty easily. That did load. That's a full load. These are notoriously difficult mags to load. These are the VFC UMP 45 mags. And for some reason, even though they only take 25 BBs, they fight you. They definitely fight you. And I don't know if this one's going to sit down all the way. It might. Oh, we're loading. That was it. Let's go. Let's go. Next is the KZ61s from KWA, little Scorpion mags. These only hold a little amount of BBs and loaded no problem. Next is the Vorsk VMP1. Ooh. No dice. All right, we'll try and rip the follower up. I missed it. Every time I go to grab the follower, it just doesn't want to. Nope. Just hold it like this. There we go. Yeah, the follower trick never fails. Next, we've got the Mac 11 mags. Are these The KSC ones? I don't know. This thing's seen better days. Got some wear and tear. Interesting. Can we pull this back? That's the way. That'll do it. Next, we have some high kappa mags. This one is from Modify. These should be pretty easy to load. No? Do I have to angle it? Sometimes with the gas mags, it's just an angling game. Now we'll pull the follower back. Nothing. All right. No go on the high kappa mag. These are the CGS Lancer mags. Should be pretty easy on this one. Again, very similar to the Tokyo Marui MWS mags. Those load fine. Here we have a Northeast Sten mag, so definitely some more niche mags to test out. Come on. No? We'll go for more of like an aggressive angle. Nothing. Okay, so the Northeast Sten does not want to load. These are the, oh boy, KCO2 from KJ. These are a popular mag. A lot of people love this replica, and those load just fine. This is one that I don't think I have a lot of hopes for. This is the modified PP2K, and the springs are just obnoxiously strong, so we can never load more than like a quarter of the mag with any electric speed loaders, or even the Odin adapters don't work for this thing. It is just a tough mag to load. Yeah, same thing. Okay, let's try and yank the follower back. And we'll just hold it like that. No. Yeah, it's the same thing where it's just, oh, there's the angle. Little learning curve there. We were able to load it all the way. Pull one out. Boop. Next we have a, this is the same high kappa mag we already tested. What about the VFC Scar mags? These are pretty low on the ammo count. I think they're at 30. Yeah, that's an easy one. Oh, we got 43 out of that. Full mag. These load pretty easily. Next is the, actually we'll do this one first. These are a weird one to load from the front. They only hold, I think, like 20, 25 rounds. These are the Elite Force 1911 mags. I don't think this one's gonna work. But we'll try it anyway. All right, I'll eat my words. Sorry. Okay, this is one that I've had luck with adapters. This is the GHK AK mag. I don't think it's going to work here because the feed lips are just so chunky and they sit in a weird place, but I have a solution for this, so we'll test that out in just a second. Throw this on. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so the thing that I've done with this one is I just pop the adapters off, and then we have this that I got off of Samoon. And if I take the AEG adapter and then clamp this on, this should now load no problem. Yeah, that just like solves everything. It's designed specifically for this model of AK mag. Next, we will try out something a little bit wonky. We have one of the 40 Max. This is the Whirling version 2. This should hold 200 BBs. So let's see if we can't mess with the presets. We'll pop that second preset up to 200. All the way up there. Perfect. And then, if I can't angle this on correctly, here we go. We're loading. We're loading, we're loading, we're loading. Halfway. Oh, you're kidding. You have no idea how long it takes me to load these. That's 198 BBs in there. The biggest challenge with these is there's a staircase, a spiral staircase design that goes up into the mag. So tension builds up so fast in these as you start to spin it and load it. But that just loaded all of those in a second. That takes these over with the thumb speed loader and just cuts that time into nothing. It makes these so much more viable. That's fantastic. We'll throw back on the gas adapter. So we're going to load one of the hardest gas mags to load ever. The VFC PPSH cassette. Man, do I hate this cassette. It just takes too much to load. We should be able to load, I think it's 120 BBs on this one. So go ahead and adjust. Nope. That's good to know. If you don't have a mag on there and you press it and it starts loading, just press it again and it'll stop. Good to know. We're going to press and hold. I'm going to bring this down. These hold 120 BBs, and we'll see if we can't load all of them. And 120. Okay. Cross your fingers. It's the right side, right? Yep. Okay. Drop a finger through this guy. Here we go. Loading, 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 loading. Come on. Oh, halfway. Nope, 63. 63 BBs was our limit. Let's see if we can't angle it to a better spot. There we go. 22 BBs. All right, so it's not that it can't load them. It's just like it doesn't want to break your mags, so it stops. It like auto stops loading them. I don't know what else to tell you other than the fact that this thing is absolutely awesome. So cool. It's just got all the right features. It looks the part. It's solid. It's built to last, and it loads mags nearly no problem, give or take a few of those special mags, because not every mag is going to work. I don't know if that's a feed lib thing. I don't know if it's a mag thing. Like, I've had certain loaders that can load this mag. However, I've also had certain loaders that can't load this mag. So it really comes down to one size isn't always going to fit all, but this thing definitely fits a lot. Another really cool thing, I guess, like, why not just show it to you? If we wanted to, for some reason, get all the BBs out of here and back into our container, you could theoretically just turn that spout on, pop the container open, and then, like, if I set it to that preset of like 5,000 BBs or whatever, which I'm not going to do, if you just preset it, it's going to drop all those BBs straight back into the container. Try and catch one. I can't believe I did that. But it's perfect. You can just empty the entire thing like that. Man, I really think Vanguard Solutions did an awesome job here. This thing is just so cool. I have minimal to no complaints about this at all. I think that it is awesome for what it is, and I think it is going to work nearly every time for you. And if you're somebody who's been using a standard thumb speed loader or even like an Odin speed loader, this might be something you want to check out. It's a little bit high end and a little bit on the pricey side, but I'm going to be honest with you, it feels like it's going to last. This is going to outlast most of your Airsoft replicas, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, it's an ammo can with all steel internals, and it's such a simplistic system, yet also works so well. Really, thank you so much, Vanguard, for sending this out. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to utilize this thing on some upcoming videos as well. Please let me know what you think if you have one. Let me know if you've had any problems. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next adventure. Peace. Also, side note before we leave you, you could just store these just like on the side. That's so cool.